Massdrop is an online group buy site with a large variety of products. Products can reach well below their MSRP, averaging around 50% off. Click the first link in the description to sign up. Hello guys, DarkLord Project here again, and today we have a $2,800 extreme AMD gaming PC build. So let's get started. So the CPU is the AMD FX 9590, which is $300. It's 8 cores, it's clocked at 4.7 GHz, and it does have a high wattage. The high wattage is fine because we do have a good power supply, and 4.7 GHz is great, especially for having 8 cores. So the CPU cooler is a Cooler Master Hyper 212 Plus, which is $20. It's a sleeve bearing. Its sound levels are 13 to 32 decibels, and it can reach up to 600 to 2000 RPM. So this is a pretty decent fan, especially for its price of $20. Because there's no stock cooler, I usually stick with the stock cooler, so decide to get this one. It is sleeve bearing, and it does get pretty loud. For the price, there's no complaints here. So the motherboard is the Asus M5A99FX Pro, which is $115. It has 4 RAM slots and it's AM3+. This is a pretty basic motherboard by Asus. They tend to have their ROG series, which has all those bells and whistles, and then there are simpler ones like this one. It does have 4 RAM slots, so you can always upgrade, and it's AM3+, so it'll fit the CPU with no problems. So the RAM is a Corsair Vengeance Pro, which is $190. It's 2 8GB sticks, it's clocked at 2133 MHz, and it's the best on the market. For $190, I think you're getting a pretty good deal for only 2 8GB sticks instead of 4 4GB sticks, and it's 2133 MHz. I would say it's one of the best RAM on the market currently for its price, and you could always upgrade and get 32 gigs if you want to. So the storage is the Western Digital Black, which is $254. It has 4 terabytes of storage. It's 3.5 inches. It's 7,200 RPM, and you're getting 15.75 gigabytes per dollar. 4 terabytes is more than enough storage to hold all of your games, and if you want to, you could always get another SSD for your OS and stuff. But this could hold your media, games, stuff that you don't really need to boot up at super fast speeds. So the graphics card is the Sapphire Radeon R9 295X2, which is $1,600. It has 8 gigabytes of GDDR5 RAM. It has a built-in closed-loop liquid cooler, and it's 12.13 inches. The built-in closed-loop liquid cooler is pretty awesome because it's liquid-cooled and it'll keep your GPU at very low temperatures when it's at heavy use. 8 gigabytes of GDDR5 RAM will last you for a pretty long time. Usually most cards come with 2 to 4 gigabytes, so this is pretty much double or quadruple the regular amount. And it is a pretty big card, but no worries, the case I decide to pick is pretty large. So the case is a Corsair 650D, which is $180. It's an ATX case. It supports 12.99 video card slot with the drive cages, and it's black with a side window. For $180, you're getting a pretty big case with a lot of fans. Cooling is perfect, and it can support large parts, which we do have in this build. It's very upgradable too, so you can upgrade parts and everything will fit in perfectly fine. You could also get another closed loop cooler for your CPU and it would fit in perfectly fine. So the case, I think, is a great candidate for this build. So the power supply is a Seasonic 1000 watt, which is $214. Has 1000 watts of power. It's a great PSU manufacturer, and it's 80 plus platinum certified. Seasonic does make great power supplies, and I always would recommend them for high-end builds. If it's a low-end build, I would say Corsair. It's 80 plus platinum certified, so that's pretty amazing. Better than gold, but not as good as titanium, but platinum is still great. And it's 1000 watts, so it'll power up all the parts with no problem at all. So the overview for this PC build is it's overkill and there's no reason to purchase it. Some parts like the graphics card are just too expensive, and I do have no experience with this budget range. I'm usually better with a low-end build or $1,000 build. So yeah, that's pretty much it guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you later.